Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Madison if you're new here. Hello, if you're not new here, welcome back. Today I am going to be doing a little bit of a demo and review on Rare Beauty. I picked up a few of the products from the line and I decided to film myself using them and give you guys a little review on each product that I picked up. So if you're curious to see what I picked up and how the products perform, then just keep on watching. Alright, so let's get into this demo slash review of Rare Beauty. So right now I have my skin prepped and all I have on is my Peach and Lily Glass Skin Serum, a light misting of my Rael Beauty Calm and Collected Creamy Moisture Mist, and a layer of my Milk Makeup Hydro Gripping Primer. Love this stuff. I just decided to use what I would typically use for my primer. I did not pick up any of her primers just because I feel like I have enough primers. And I'm happy with the ones that I'm using at the moment. So first I'm going to be talking about the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation. I have it in the shade 130N, and this is a pretty good shade match for me. I was a little bit scared that it was going to be too light for me when I was ordering online because I obviously had to get it online. I did not go into stores because there's no testers at the moment, so I just pressed ordered, hope for the best. So this foundation is marketed as an everyday foundation that is weightless and breathable, and there are a ton of shades. I believe there's like 48 shades in the foundation, so there's going to be a lot of choices for you. So the packaging is a doe foot applicator, like a big concealer, and for me, I like to apply just a few dots on my face, so like that. And I like to work one section at a time just because I feel like the foundation does set itself, so I kind of like working in smaller sections. The finish of this foundation is, I would say, definitely natural, but more on the matte side of natural. It's not drying or anything, but it's just not super like shiny and glowy. It just gives that really nice airbrush look to the skin. And I like to apply it with a foundation brush. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I just use this to blend it in. Okay, next side. And you can tell that it just really blends out like really easily. And it's not streaky at all. Alright, so I have applied the foundation. This is how it looks. It is definitely pretty nice on the skin. I love the finish of it. I do kind of have somewhat of a glowy primer under, so it kind of gives it a bit more of a shine on the cheeks. But the shade is pretty good. I find that it does set itself. I don't think my skin feels like super tacky to the point where I have to fully set it. But yeah, this is the shade. So for me, I like applying it with a brush. Online it says that you can apply with a brush or a sponge, so whichever one you like more. What I do like doing is just taking my sponge and just going over it after I blended it out with my brush, just to kind of help it sink in a little bit. Next, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. I am also in the shade 130 in this product. Online, the product is described as a hydrating lightweight concealer that is buildable. I do agree with the lightweight. It is definitely a lighter coverage for a concealer than I'm used to, but I do feel like it's buildable on my skin. I don't find it to look cakey when I build it up. I tend to do like 1 to 2 layers of this, just depending on how I'm feeling on that day. But for me, I'm just going to show you how I apply it. So I just do one little swipe on the inner part, one to brighten on the outer parts of my eye, and then tip of my nose, chin, my forehead, and then one on my eyelid. And for this formula, I find that I enjoy using a sponge for the concealer. So I just lightly tap it in. I try not to move it around too much because this is a lightweight concealer, so, or light coverage. It's a very light coverage foundation. It's on the more lighter coverage side of concealer, so I don't really want it to move around too much. I just want it to stay where I've applied it because I kind of apply my concealer like in a very strategic way. I try to apply not too much because I don't want it to crease on me. I find that for me, most concealers crease on me. It's very hard to find ones that don't. So I just end up having to set my eyes pretty well. But I'm just patting it in. I'm not like moving the product around. I'm just patting it into where I have applied it. So this is the coverage after one coat. I do think I'm going to go in with one more layer on the inner part of my eyes just because I feel like there's a bit of darkness showing through. So I'm just going to place it right here, just a tiny bit, not too much. Just in those areas, and then I'm going to go back in with my beauty sponge and blend it out. Alright, so this is how the concealer looks on my skin. I do feel like it has a little bit of a tacky finish, so I do like setting it. I'm just using my Becca HydraMist powder. I just use a little bit and just set my under eyes. That's where I tend to crease the most. Next is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. I have this in the shade Joy. I believe there's 4 dewy shades and 4 matte shades. This is a part of the dewy collection, of the dewy shade range. So I'm going to show you, it is a doe foot applicator. Very similar packaging to the concealer. This blush is very nice, but it is very pigmented. So I take the back of my hand and I literally just do a few dabs of the wand onto my hand. Take my fingers and I kind of rub it in to the blush. And then I use my fingers, I just pat in the direction I want the blush to go. Then I take my beauty sponge and I pat it in. These colors are beautiful. Like, I love this shade so much. I love a nice peachy coral color, and I love the pigment of these. A little bit goes a long way, so definitely you can really easily go crazy with this. When I first applied it, my face was just like orange, so it was kind of scary at first, but I feel like applying it to the back of your hand and then blending it in with your fingers and then going over it with a sponge is the best technique that I found. It just helps you not apply too much. I kind of want some more, so I'm going to do the same thing over again. Take on the back of my hand, apply some more. This is very easy to layer too, which is great considering how pigmented it is. And yeah, I don't feel like it is pulling anything as like concealer or foundation. I feel like it's just laying really nicely on top of the formulas. So now I'm just gonna go on and the rest of my makeup and then show you guys the final look and give you guys my like final opinions and just round up on the 3 products that I have tried from Rare Beauty. But yeah, this is the final look. I honestly love how my skin looks. This foundation and concealer combo is great. Again, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but I do have dry skin, so I feel like this foundation is great for dry skin. Considering that this concealer is marketed as a hydrating concealer, I do feel like it is hydrating because my under eyes don't look dry at all, which I really appreciate because sometimes some concealers can be super thick under my eyes and then they look like crusty and dry, and this one does not give me that look at all. It looks so nice. Powder is great over it as well. because I do crease. No matter whatever concealer I use, I tend to crease a lot. I don't know why. I think just my eyes move a lot or something, and so it like just does not always stay put, but it is what it is. For the foundation, I really do love it. The shade match is perfect. There's a lot of shades to choose from, and I feel like the descriptions on Sephora for each shade are pretty accurate. I kind of just based my shade choice off of those photos online and the descriptions, so I think you should be good if you follow those. But I do know that Sephora does do free returns, so if you do end up getting the wrong shade, you can just return it for free. But I feel like for me, the standout product is this blush. I love it. The color is amazing. There are, I believe, 3 other dewy shades and 4 other matte shades in these blushes, and I just love the formula. They're very pigmented but also buildable at the same time, so I feel like you could go really heavy with these and get like a really blushed cheek look, but also you can go super light with these and get just that like flushed look, which I love both of those looks. But today I just had to go in and add more when I was putting on the rest of my makeup because the color is just beautiful. The formula is great. I don't find that it makes any of the foundation under like kind of like collect or like pill. It just layers perfectly over foundation. But yeah, I love how my skin looks. I'm like actually obsessed. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed me demoing the Rare Beauty products that I picked up, and let me know if you end up buying anything. I'm so curious to see what you guys pick out. But with that being said, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I will have everything that I use linked down below in the description box, so you can find everything there. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!